Other top story tonight. Ousted Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife both pleading not guilty to drug trafficking charges in a federal courtroom.
The couple left the courthouse in Manhattan inside a motorcade just hours ago. Maduro and his wife are charged with multiple counts, including conspiracy to commit narco-terrorism and conspiracy to import cocaine. The 25-page indictment alleges Maduro and 5 others, including his wife, son, and other Venezuelan leaders, quote, have for decades partnered with some of the most violent and prolific drug traffickers and narco-terrorists in the world to distribute tons of cocaine to the United States to make themselves rich, end quote.
The military's operation to remove Maduro has raised questions about whether the U.S. had the legal right to do it. 10 TV reporter Kevin Landers joins us live downtown. Kevin, you spoke with former colonel and military expert about the subject. What did you learn?
Yeah, retired Colonel Peter Mansour believes that laws were violated as a result of the U.S. operation. He says while some people may draw parallels to what happened with Manuel Noriega in Panama, he said what happened in Venezuela is not the same. The U.S. military's ousting of President Nicolas Maduro of Venezuela has military historians like retired Colonel Peter Mansour asking, now what? And was this operation legal? Was this a violation of international law?
Most likely. International law requires a casus belli, a just cause, if you will, to go in and topple a government or to seize a foreign leader. He didn't have UN backing. He didn't even have congressional backing in this case. And his justification that Maduro is a narco-terrorist is thin at best.
Since Maduro took power in 2013, roughly 7 to 8 million Venezuelans have fled the country, making it one of the largest displacement crises in the world, according to the United Nations-linked migration tallies. Colonel Mansour has concerns about whether the U.S. will need boots on the ground to ensure a peaceful transfer of power.
This could turn out really ugly if we don't handle the transition properly. And U.S. boots on the ground, if they're not invited in, are just targets for pro-nationalist Venezuelans who don't want Americans on their soil.
For Venezuelan-American Carlos Gutierrez, who owns this restaurant on High Street in downtown Columbus, he welcomes the ousting of President Maduro.
And it's like a big brother coming into a house that is a mess. Eventually, he'll bring Maria Corina Machado, which was elected by the people, and Edmundo, and put them in there. He cannot do that right now. It's all corrupt. It's all bad people. And the military people, the administration of Venezuela is bad. The vice president was put by Maduro. But he cannot just come in and get everybody out.
Gutierrez, whose 2 brothers and family members still live in Venezuela, say the country has deteriorated under Maduro's regime and hopes Maduro's removal will one day bring back a better quality of life.
Electricity, consistent water, gas price. It's funny you mentioned that because, you know, Venezuela was one of the countries that you can fill up your tank with spare change from your cup holder. A gallon of milk will cost more than a gallon of gas for your car.
So the question of whether the operation in Venezuela could lead to a war with Iran or China, retired Colonel Mansour says no. He says that the U.S. controls the air and the sea in South America, and he doesn't believe those other countries would want to engage in the U.S. military. Reporting live downtown, Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.